Okay. Fantastic. Oh, I love it when a plan comes together. That's working as it should be. Move this here. That's on mute as well, lovely. Everything's working there as well, fantastic! Alright, and then Discord notifications gone out. So now we just have to do the Twitter thing, and then we can kind of just get rolling, get moving and grooving. // do the whole //22. Fantastic. Post that. Easy peasy. That's done. Make sure we get this running on here so that we know everything looks fine. And it does indeed. Lovely jubbly. Alrighty. Hello, everybody, again. Welcome back to another day of the weekend. Moving slowly towards the end of it this time. And we're here for our Chill Sunday. This is nothing too crazy. This isn't a Sonic Frontiers one. This is just us playing some Gran Turismo, going through the stuff that I've saved up for over the week, like the weekly challenges, the time trial, which I still don't know what it is, and the daily races. And we're just gonna chill out, just have some fun, see how slow I am compared to everyone else, you know. All of that fun stuff means that we can just, kind of chat about everything. I might end up blabbing a little bit about, say, stuff from like the Club World Cup, because we've gone 2 for 2 today on the predictions. Let's go. Very happy about that, obviously, as well, with it being a little bit cagey. Gladly we got through it in the end. And then talking a little bit about F1 qualifying as well. There's definitely some things that we can bring up that's happened there. Along with that, it is my last day before I go back to work, as mentioned in yesterday's stream, which is very exciting. So maybe I might end up just blabbing a little bit about that as well, and just how the past 4 months have been, and how we've gone from being at that point, from not looking like we're going to be maybe working at all, to getting back to now we're going to be going back to full-time work tomorrow, which is great, and I love it, and I'm super excited for that. That's all stuff we're going to get to chat about as we run around some tracks and try to make ourselves not look too stupid. Yeah, so without further ado, I'm going to switch you guys over to the GT7 camera. Hopefully this should be fine, you guys should be able to see like the positions and like all like the like the lap times and stuff. I've tried to make it so that it won't interfere with any of that stuff, so hopefully it should be okay. But firstly, as well, as you'll see once it goes over to the correct screen, there's been an update as of, I believe, my PS4 downloaded it yesterday. We've known that it's been coming out for a while. I haven't known the cars yet. I'm not really too fussed about the SUV, or I mean, the red car looks like another maybe another Toyota Sprinter, like another form of the A86, which is always cool. But that beautiful martini livery over in the back, that's something I'm very excited for. Which is very cool, and I cannot wait to drive that thing. That is definitely something we're going to be looking at getting in. Yeah, so we're going to go into the world map. I've got, as you can see, a ridiculous amount of stuff that we have to go through. So we're just going to kind of go through all of it together. You know, I genuinely have not touched this game since I was with you guys last weekend, on last Sunday. Okay, so we've just got some Scottish stuff for landscapes, that's fine. I'm just getting that out of the way now, because that's not the important part of what we're doing. You can see the Hurricane Group 4 as well up in the top corner there. Yep, no, that makes sense. That's going to be one of the cars we end up using today for one of the daily races, because that's the only thing I did get to check was the races that we were going to get this week. What else? Let's have a look in the cafe, because it means we've got another extra menu, which I'm interested to see. Mercedes-Benz, okay. We got some old boys. Some old Mercedes-Benz. It's a 6-star roulette ticket as well. Obviously that stuff we're going to look into as well. And with the amount of new stuff we have, I might even get a 1-hour Spa endurance racing for you guys this time. I know I talked about it last time and we didn't end up getting to it because I was quite tired. But maybe we'll have a look at it this time. Because it sounds like there's a lot of things that we need to get. First of all, we are immediately getting this. Without question. This might... Oh, no, this is my favourite brand of rally car. This particular one isn't my favourite. You guys have seen me drive my favourite, the Stratos. But we're getting this. I'm so glad that this is in the game now. It's such a cool car. Oh, it's just beautiful. Just like the Martini livery. Oh my goodness, we're not going to change to it now. That thing's 20 mil. You're kidding. You are kidding me. Alright, well that's something that's going to be saved for later. We'll get the Unimog, because it's literally 46k. It's not even going to make a dent. I can't wait. I pray, because they've brought in the new ticket for it, that they might be doing maybe like a Unimog one make race at one point. I think that'd be amazing. That'd be so funny. What else? We got the Julia, which I need to wish list. The Shelby's actually something I need, so we'll grab that as well. As you said, we're just going on a spending spree at the moment. I've got a lot of stuff that I've been meaning to get. So I think I've talked to you guys about it previously, but the reason why this is our Sunday game and why we just kind of chill out playing it, it's a good game for that anyway. It's usually producing a lot of content, but one of the main reasons is that I want to collect every car in the game. I want to 100% this game truly, which is going to take a while, and it's not something I'm going to put all of my time and effort into because it's just a game that I do play occasionally. Oh, and there's an Alpine race car as well. Yeah, get it in. That thing's cool. I've never seen that before. It's a nice car though as well. We'll definitely like jazz up the livery a bit though. I'm sure someone's probably put out a livery for that car that looks a little bit better. What else? The Nismo 400R, that's nice. Oh, the Sauber's sold out. Did we end up getting one? I don't remember. And that's 20 mil as well, fantastic. We'll wishlist the Nismo. That's such a cool car. Okay, so that's kind of everything there. We've got a couple of newer cars to visit, from what I remember. I'm going to quickly check the used cars first before we even go into there, because they might have them in here anyway. Because I know they do that sometimes. Yeah, see, like this Citroen is one of the new cars. Okay, so it's a Citroen. I'm not as worried that I didn't recognize before. That's why it's a Citroen. Fantastic. No, we're not changing to this. We might end up having to use it later, I would assume. But not right now. Okay, and then we'll go and buy this SUV as well, just so we can get it donezo. Because again, like new cars, I think, especially the new ones that come out, they're always important to get, because Gran Turismo usually try to incorporate them in some way into their daily races or their weekly challenges or something. I don't know what, that's so confusing that it's called the 2008 Allure and that it's from 2021. I feel like, yeah, and we saw blue in the cover for it. Blue makes sense. And obviously blue's a great colour, as we know. No, we're not going to change that car now. Okay. So, in, I guess, live, definitely not HD, we're going to experience what this new trial is together. So we should get a bonus mill, I think, because we got silver for... It wasn't the Suzuki Swift one, it was something else. What was it for specifically? The Red Bull Ring, that's right. There's like a Group 3 car around there? Yeah, it was. We used the Peugeot around there, I think. Cool, so that gives us a couple milli. Oh, yes. See, I knew it. We were going to get to use something like this. We're going to get to use the Integrale, which is exciting. Super exciting. That's what we'll start off with. In terms of the daily races, we've got Goodwood, which is going to be fun. Goodwood's always fun. In the Corvette, which we've got our own of, obviously. Group 4 at Trimalkin Circuit Reverse, and then Group 3 at Fuji. Group 3 at Fuji is always fun as well. And I do have particular cars that we're going to be driving for that you will see once we get to them. Yeah, before we start doing any races, we're just going to, again, walk through everything that we've got going on for today. So, in terms of the weekly challenges, we've got just a Sunday Cup. Oh, that's actually really great. I'm a big fan of just a Sunday Cup because it means that we can just use any honking thing in our garage, which allows us to use some fun cars that we don't usually get to use. The Citroen 1-Make is in there. Okay, that makes sense. We've got at Dragon Trail Gardens, that should be fine. We've got the Vision Gran Turismo Trophy at Tokyo Expressway, that'll be easy. Ferrari Circuit Challenge around Maggiore, that'll be interesting. We should be able to find a Ferrari that's not like too crazy. I'll try not to use the super fast again, because we did do that last week, and then the 800 at Suzuka. And we can find something good for that as well. Alright, so that's pretty easy. That's all kind of nothing too crazy. What should we start with? I think, like I said, we'll start with the time trial, because our goal is always to at least get silver. And that we might not get that immediately, and it gives us an excuse to try out one of the new cars as well. I'm never going to get to complain about driving a Delta Integrale around. Okay. Are we still in gold, by the way, for... No, we've dropped down to silver for the AMG. I think that's fine. I think silver's where we should be anyway. We're not in a position to be trying to climb back up to gold because we only just scraped him. And that was right at the beginning as well. Okay. Select from garage. You know what I want. Okay, and race shop, we're going to need to buy some racing mediums for it. That's okay. I'm so excited to use this thing. Okay, so we need a 114.2 for the silver. If we hit like 113s and stuff off the bat, then maybe we can go for the gold. But we'll see. Because again, I haven't played this for a whole week, so I'm not expecting me to be rapid to start with. But this is why we do the time trials to start off with for these streams, because it just allows me to pick back up the pace again, so that when we do go into the online daily races, we don't get absolutely battered. Okie dokie. Just wanted to, like, is this thing gonna sound okay? Yeah. The sound on that's not bad. And the grip's pretty decent too. And again, as it should be, because it's on racing tyres. And I don't think we're going to have a Stratos moment where we're going to end up going sideways at a corner, which was also completely my fault, but that's besides the point. Again, as I say that, we've just drifted through there. Karma hitting me immediately, episode 2, Electric Boogaloo. I'm loving the rumble of this thing, by the way. That you can feel the power. I need to find a lot of time. Oh, that was nearly it. But we're kind of along the right tracks there for the timings. If we didn't have our little bump, we might have been looking at a good time. But we're feeling a long way off right now. Yeah, I'm still yonks away. Again, I know that this lap isn't counting, but we're just trying to get the lines sorted first and making sure we can hit that time. Okay, that felt like a really well put together lap. We'll see if the timing sheet agrees. Kind of. So if we can repeat that and improve it marginally, we're right there. Oh, we didn't want to go sideways. We needed to keep it cleaner than that. This doesn't quite feel like enough this lap. But it's going to be our first actual recorded one. Yeah, we got a long way to go. We need to find 8/10 somewhere. Got a good couple in there. I know it's all in this middle sector as well. And we'll get it by not sliding around. We really need to stretch the legs. Well, there's that 8/10 that we're looking for. Question is can we keep it down this end straight? If we do, then we got it. There we go. Booyah. We take those. We could easily see we're not getting to that 112 mark. But that's a good start. Like, oh wow, we actually made a big amount of time in that third sector. That was where all that time came from. Okay. So our theoretical best would be, I get like an extra 8/10 there, an extra 800, sorry, and an extra 10th there. So our theoretical best from all of that stuff's like high 13s. That seems about right. But we'll happily take a silver, and hopefully that should be enough to just kind of sit there and be okay. Okay. For our next round of stuff, we're going to go back to some of the offline stuff, get some of these weekly challenges done. I reckon we'll get 3 of them done. We might even do all 5, depending on how quickly we go through them. But at least do a couple, and then we'll kind of just start swapping between the online daily races and the weekly challenges. That was fun though. That was a really good car to drive. It just felt so glued to the floor. That's also, again, the tyres though. Okay, we're definitely doing the shitty Sunday Cup first. Like, look, we're racing against Aquas and Kangoos and Demios and Fits. So what have I got that I'm like, oh yeah, I'd love to give this a little razz around that I don't get to do very often? The Julius Sprint could be a fun one. The Abarth, but we literally did race that last week. None of the Beamers. We're already going to be using a Corvette. We're going to be using the new Citroen. A DeLorean would be fun. That might be it, you know. Although it's going to absolutely ruin everything. Well, let me see if I can find one of those cars that's kind of mentioned in that same breath. Like something like a Beat seems like it's in that breath, right? So is there something better we can kind of use? The Escort would be fun. Lambo's going to kill everything. We've got the normal Delta Integrale, but we've already driven that today. Oh, the Merak. The Merak would be fun. The Spaceship. We haven't had a chance to drive that yet. You see, I've got a lot of cars. And a lot of things that I haven't driven yet either. and they're just kind of sitting there. Oh, I got no idea. Oh, actually, no, I kind of do. Let's use this thing. The Gear Roadster. It's American. It looks weird. It'll be fun. Let's go crazy. I have no idea what tires this is going to be on either. So this could go really badly. Okay. I'm intrigued to see how this is going to go. Oh, this is at the Short Willow Raceway as well. Okay, so... Oh my god, yeah, there's no grip and we're on the comforts. This is going to be a time and a half. We're going to be sliding around everywhere. Oh boy. Bunch of Honda Beats and S660s so far. Again, nothing that quick. And we've got the Kangoo that we know about. Oh, is that the new Citroen? It looks like it. Oh, maybe I should pay more attention to my driving than what the actual cars are though, Sean. Yeah, there we go. The Max Verstappen line. Oh, we've only got 2 laps though, so I don't... Are we going to make it to the front? We might be cutting it a bit close. Like, I can't even pass the Citroen right now. That's going to change though. We'll get the Aqua. Oh, 1-2 are way away from us right now. Oh, there ain't no way I need a quicker car than this thing. There's a Civic, and I didn't see what the front thing was. A Mazda, a Tenza. Okay, that's not that slow. Oh, we're right on the back now. We're gonna have a close finish. Come on, you put that fin to good use. There we go. That's the Max Verstappen line that we know and love. Just force them off. It's my track. Thank you very much. Have a nice day. Let's go. Look at that beautiful piece of machinery. It's more like a fish than a car. A fish in the desert. That's how I felt driving that thing as well. Felt like I was completely out of my depth, out of water. Fish, a literal fish out of water. It's a nice, easy one to kick us off. Then we can try, again, we can try one of the new cars with the Citroen RX. I'm hoping that just the base one should be fine. It usually is, but sometimes in these races, they're not. So we'll see how this goes. We've got our dark blue one. Yeah, it's fine. What are we on? Comfort mediums. Good to know. I don't mind Gardens. Gardens isn't a bad track. Meh. Okay. Let's get boosted. We're starting off with the heavy hitters today. Excuse me, excusez-moi, as I should say in this car. Irish Citroen was a brand that we got to hear of a little bit more. Like, I always remember, the big thing I always remember them from is Rally. Like, there's such, at least in my eyes, thanks to like Sebastian Loeb and Ogier, they're such a memorable rally constructor, but they feel like they just struggle so much in any other aspect. I wish we just could see more of them and have them in the limelight a little bit more. Like, having just more constructors in any kind of series around is always a good thing. Which, in that, like, obviously applies to F1 as well, and luckily that's stuff that's going to be changing, you know? Like, getting Audi next season is going to be amazing, so prestigious, and they've kind of haven't been in a lot of things for a while. Like, if you look at even the Nürburgring 24 hours or the Le Mans 24 hours that's just gone through, Audi, they're kind of gone a little bit. So it'll be nice to see them back in the limelight in racing, because they feel like one of those powerhouses, you know, like they have to be there. You think of Rally when they've had the Quattro. Think of Le Mans, how much they dominated there. They're such an important piece of motorsport history. It's a shame that they've kind of fallen to the wayside the past couple of years. But I assume it is also so that they can make this big Formula One push that they're going to be making. And with how that team's currently running as well, like Bortoleto got into Q3 this weekend. He's been smashing it. He's been hulking it up. Like, they've got a really solid driver lineup that they can rely on. And in a car, if it keeps developing at the rate it's developing, it's going to be in a really good position. Kind of like in the position where Mercedes started from when they came back in. I can very easily see them having a massive kind of leapfrog like Mercedes did from that platform, because especially I think they're bringing their own engine as well, and if there's one thing that I feel like Audi know how to do is to make a good engine. Making a good F1 engine, that might be a different story, and obviously we have to wait and see, but I'm excited to kind of see how that comes along, because they have the ability to make one of the quickest, if not the quickest engine on the grid, for sure. Easily as well. And then there's the case of Cadillac as well, who have actually been right in the motorsport scene over the past few years. I'd even look at the first thing that immediately comes to mind for me is Le Mans this year. Like, both of their cars were on pole, and they just looked so rapid and so good all weekend, and they're putting themselves in the forefront of people's minds, and that's going to be so good coming into Formula One. And they've got the cash to splash to be able to make that big impact as well. I'm curious to see who they're going to bring in as drivers. I think if money's not an obstacle, I think there's a very easy two options that you pick, and I don't think it's close. I think you take Sergio Perez, who's currently out of a seat, obviously out of a contract. He's not tied to anybody, so he's going to be super easy to bring in, and the amount of money that man brings in is heaps, and he's perfect for a team coming up. He will, unless it's a Red Bull, which even, to be honest, he did try. Now that we can look back at it, he was actually not completely horrible, but he squeezes out of a car and puts it in the absolute best position possible. By the way, watching up like super quick here. Am I actually going to make it? Anyway, yeah, Sergio Perez I think has to be in that team regardless of if money's an obstacle or not. You have to put all your eggs into the Checo basket and bring him in. If money isn't an obstacle, then you also bring in Valtteri Bottas. Like, he's not going to have a drive next year. Simple for chump change. So he will cost a lot, but again, having like a lineup of those is absolutely outrageous. That's easily the most experienced lineup on the grid, if not one of the most consistent as well. And especially as a team that's going to be starting out in that midfield, they're going to be absolutely formidable going into that 2026 season. Especially, and I don't know what they're doing for their engine specifically, but if they're also building their own engine, I could very easily see Cadillac getting something super quick up and running very quickly. Okay, good to know that the base Citroen isn't good enough. So I don't want to put like a spare engine or something into this. We're just going to chuck some better tyres on and hope that that works. Yeah, race shop. Give me some sports softs. That should do the trick. Like we should see, I'm going to go from, what was it, like 340? Like 427. Yeah, that's a jump of 70 pp. There is no way, absolutely no way, that this does not go well. I think that made sense. And it's all for, this is all for the cornering speed as well, obviously. Like, we're not going to catch them on the straight because we're in the exact same car as them. That's not where we need to make up the time. Yeah, this already feels pretty damn good. Take him around the outside. And it means we're just going to carry more speed into the straights now as well. So much better. Yeah, but if you guys couldn't tell from what I was just blabbing on about before, next season especially for F1, I feel like it's going to be so exciting. I still don't really know how to feel about this season. It's been so odd because we have the McLarens who are obviously better than everybody else, but one of those drivers has been letting the team down a little bit. Not a lot, to be fair. Like, Lando has been doing okay, and obviously I can't be giving him too much crap considering how he just performed in quali last night. Like, poor. That man absolutely tore the rest of the grid to shreds. It wasn't even close. He was just so much quicker than everybody everywhere. If he's taking that kind of pace into the race tonight, no one's touching him. Absolutely no one's touching him. Yeah, but I feel like McLaren should be ahead more than they are. They've been slacking a little bit, which they did also towards the end of last season as well. Like, they let Ferrari back into the constructors and they nearly lost the entire thing right at the end. But they didn't. Oh, we're in first already? Wow, those sports stops really did make that much of a difference. That's kind of crazy. That's like a 10-second lap difference that we're looking at. Oh, they're catching though. They're not falling away. That's going to change here though, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, like, so I don't know if I should still be excited for the season, because there is still a chance that someone that's not in a McLaren just can't, aka Max, keeps the pressure on and keeps causing them to make mistakes, and the championship stays interesting. But at the same time, I just don't see anyone catching up to that McLaren pace. And we're living in just like with a false sense of hope at this point that something's going to happen. I think it's going to be pretty cut and dry that it has to be Norris or Piastri that wins the championship. Which sucks to say already like less than halfway through. But I just don't see how they could choke it, right? Like, the McLaren would have to fall off an absolutely massive cliff for that to happen. Like, they'd have to go down to being like the 4th or 5th quickest car for them not to be in the best position possible, because that's also how inconsistent that Red Bull is that Max can't really make up those points. And none of the other teams are consistent enough to actually do that either, with the exception maybe being Mercedes, but sometimes their car just doesn't perform at certain tracks. Like, we even saw it in qualifying yesterday. Like, yes, Russell managed to rescue P5 and Antonelli P9, but they're both lucky not to get knocked out earlier. Like, George nearly got knocked out in Q1, which I would have been fuming about for my fantasy team, to say the least. But luckily he didn't, and he ended up getting to P5. But yeah, like, there are just some tracks and some conditions that a Mercedes car just doesn't perform well in, and that's always been the case. So like, the McLaren car's the most consistent, it's the quickest by a long way. There's no reason one of them shouldn't win the championship. Plus also, like, we've got a few really good races, don't get me wrong. Like, Australia was chaotic, Canada was okay, what else? Like, I know I'm forgetting one. Jeddah was good. And Bahrain was okay as well. But outside of that, the racing, especially this year with how the cars have been designed, how dirty year especially is affecting those cars as well. Like, watching the actual racing is horrible. It's so difficult to watch. There's only been a few races this year. Granted, this also comes from someone that lives in New Zealand that is up at 3 AM watching most of these races. So obviously I'm tired. But the amount of times I've fallen asleep mid-race because nothing happens, because we're all just in a pseudo train, 1.5 second gap between each car, because you can't follow close enough, otherwise your tires get cooked. It sucks, you know? Which also then makes me excited for next year to see all of that complicated aero that's causing that dirty air, to see that all stripped away, meaning we're going to get closer racing. I'm not worried about who wins a championship or like how tight that overall stuff gets. Obviously it's great when it means that we have a fight at the end, don't get me wrong. But at the same time, all I want to see is watching a Grand Prix and that we have close racing, and that we don't have to manufacture overtakes all the time with the DRS, that it can happen in other places. You know, like, just watching a good race that's something that keeps you awake, and that's something that'll always keep you coming back. And that's what I watch the sport for. Which is something that hasn't really been able to happen this season, unfortunately. Anyway, without the extremely sad tyre I've been on, we just won that by 16 seconds because we put on some better tyres. Fantastic. Shows you how much it makes a difference. And that's the marathon done. That's a 4-star roulette ticket. Love to see it. Okay, we'll do one more of the offline races, and then we'll go back and do 2 of the online ones. We'll do Goodwood and the Corvette, and we will do Group 4 around Trial Mountain Reverse in a Huracan. That's right. That's what we're using for that. Yeah, so that should be good. All right. What do I want to do? Let's go with the Circuit Challenge. Grab a Ferrari. Oh, actually, I know exactly what I want to use because I haven't had the chance to use it, and it's one of my favourite cars. F50. Get me in that F50 now. It's on Sports Hards. I don't mind that, but just to be on the safe side, because it worked so well last time, we'll put the Sports Softs on. How much of a lift is that going to give us? That's like a 40-point lift? 700 or less as well. Okay, yeah, this is going to be perfect. It's going to be right in that sweet spot. 5 laps as well. Shouldn't be too bad. Righty-ho. I'm so excited for this. I cannot begin to express how excited I am to drive this thing. Because this is such a good car. In so many ways. But also just like how it looks as well. I love how this thing looks. With just the massive rear spoiler on it. I'm trying to remember where I first saw this car, because I remember there was this video of, I think it was like about sports cars or motorsport or something that we had, and it was like, when I say a video, like I mean a VCR videotape, you know, back from when I was really young. And I remember it just went through like a bunch of different cars, and I remember one of them was, and I'm pretty sure it was an F50 racing around Macau, I want to say. And I just, as soon as I saw the car, I was like, that is so cool. It's such an awesome car. I feel like potentially my dad also might have even had like a toy model of an F50 as well, maybe. I can't remember, but I always just remember seeing this car and just thinking, yeah, oh wow, we nearly took off like an airplane as well. Oh, sorry. Again, that's that Verstappen Barcelona line. Comparing this even to the Superfast that we drove last week, and I believe the Superfast was on the same kind of tyres, this feels way more planted. Like, don't get me wrong, the Superfast kicks you in the butt immediately as soon as you put on that accelerator. This doesn't kick you as hard, but this feels so much nicer in the corners. And it feels like you can actually turn, whereas the Superfast, it feels like you have to go so slow to actually get through anywhere. I also just realised there's currently 2 Kiwis on the podium here. So, I mean, from our last shenanigans here at Maggiore, you guys know what that means and what we have to do. This has to be a mission to get the 1, 2, 3 going. It'd be rude not to, right? So the Tributo here that we've just passed is, I have a feeling that that's going to be an issue. So that is not a slow car. But I also say that none of these are slow cars, they're Ferraris. Speaking of Ferraris as well, Ferrari this weekend for the Austria GP have not been slow either. I thought they were going to be slow because FP1, sorry, not P1. FP1, like Hamilton was kind of nowhere. FP2, Hamilton and Leclerc were nowhere. I didn't catch FP3. But then qualifying comes around. The upgrades decide that they do work. And they just start flying, right? They were one of the only teams, obviously outside of McLaren, that looked comfortable getting through those early Q1 and Q2 stages. And then to split the McLarens and get on the front row is just crazy, right? Like, they looked redonkulously rapid, which was so cool to see, and it's what I want to see. That's what got me, I guess, especially with last season, that's one of the reasons I ended up being so invested, was towards the end, Ferrari just kind of coming out of nowhere. Again, maybe there's a little bit of a slight Italian/Ferrari bias from me, but just seeing them come out of nowhere and be quick again and making it 3 teams that were challenging for wins instead of 2 is just like, that's what you look for, right? Is just that competition. Oh no, okay, so Hunter, you're definitely not winning this. I'm sorry, buddy, I didn't realize you were an absolute just tractor. You're literally in a yellow tractor. I apologize. Goodbye, we're not going to be able to get you on the podium. And then getting past Carson's fine. From the looks of things, that means that Fish is in a real quick car, and I'm not going to have to worry about trying to get him on the podium at all. Is he in the... He must be in a 458 Italia, because I know he pops up all the time in, like, the... Is it the 800? Yeah, it is the 800 PP Touring Car Championship, not the Group 3. But he's always in a 458 Italia, and that looks like a 458 Italia to me. It is. Alright, Bish. Whoa. We're friends here, pal. I'm not here to ruin your race, don't you worry. Oh, it's got more speed than me too. And again, I don't know why I'm surprised. It's a 458 Italia, it should have more speed than me. We're going to cut him for the big dive. We maybe cut the corner just a little bit, but that's fine. Oh my god, Hunter's back in 3rd. We actually have a Kiwi 1, 2, 3 right now. Stop the count. Stop the count right now. Take a photo, because that's going to last a lot longer than this podium is right now. I'm sad that Seth is missing this right now. He'd be losing his absolute nut. Seeing the Kiwis flying high, you know, first Lawson P6 in quali today, this morning. And then now we've got a 1, 2, 3 here right now. Just absolutely mental. Alright boys, you just need to hold out for 2 whole laps, please. And that Tributo's coming, it's in 5th now. But yeah, going back to the Kiwi thing, going back to Liam Lawson specifically, what a qualifying, by the way. I would say coming into this weekend with, again, just even more pressure on his back. Like, he's already had a rough season as it is. I would say unceremoniously kicked out of that Red Bull seat, at least as early as he was. I definitely believe that it was probably correct that he shouldn't have been in there anyway, just with he didn't have the experience. They kind of should have just been going with Tsunoda in the first place, and then if that didn't work out, they can do things from there. But Lawson didn't have the experience in F1 to be chucked into arguably one of the hardest cars to drive on the entire grid. And then also to be only given 2 races is absolutely outrageous, especially considering they're saying, oh, it's because of his poor quali stuff, right? And Tsunoda's doing the exact same thing. So it's obviously not a him issue. And then he came back into Racing Bulls against Hadjar, who's one of the most on-fire drivers on the grid this season, is, I think, my pick for Rookie of the Year at least. I love Antonelli, though I love Antonelli, but Hadjar's been the best rookie. By quite a way. But so he's coming to that environment, Hadjar's scoring a whole bunch of points, he's having to find his feet again, because he still hasn't, again, got that much experience. He's pretty much a rookie. And so then even more questions start getting asked. Then Lindblad's super license gets approved, which is terrifying. Because it's like they are going to bring in Lindblad next season. That's a guarantee. Where he's going to go, I don't know. Or if they're even going to wait till next season and they're just going to kick somebody out. And the sad thing is if they do kick somebody out, it's going to be Liam. And again, I don't think that's deserved. I think he should get a full season to prove himself, because as soon as he's settled into a car and he gets into a bit of a rhythm, he starts to do really well. Like we saw that as soon as you give him time in any of those series that he was doing previously. When he was in F3, he was great. F2, amazing. He nearly won DTM in his first season there. Super Formula, he was right up the top and winning races immediately, which most Super Formula rookies do not do, because that's not an easy car to drive. And then even now, the past couple of weeks, I don't think Canada was amazing, don't get me wrong, but Spain was really good, is unlucky to miss out on points. And then this weekend is the highest Red Bull car in P6, which is absolutely outrageous. And he looked reasonably fine through practice, and then just absolutely flipped a switch when it mattered. And if he continues to perform like that, that's what's going to save his Formula 1 career. 100%. Because he's good, I think he's good enough to be on that grid for sure. There's definitely other drivers on that grid that are worse than him. One in particular, now I will not name names. Oh, Hunter just got beat as well. We nearly had the podium, nearly had the Kiwi podium, but we had a Kiwi one too. That's about as much as we can ask for. I'm so surprised that Hunter still came fourth in the 512. So that 512 is a honking car in comparison to these others. But I was so happy with that F50 though. That F50 was amazing to drive. Oh, it's just such a beautiful car as well. Look at it. And the maroon as well. Oh my god. I love it, a slightly darker Ferrari car. Don't get the bright red's iconic, but having one of those just dark, super crisp, super deep reds on a Ferrari car just looks so good. Oh my goodness, sorry. Okay, next up, online daily races is next. We're going to get through 2 of them. Starting with Goodwood. Goodwood will be fun. I love that track anyway. It's just a good one to drive. It's just super nice and flowing. It's going to make for some awesome online racing too, I reckon. Yes, please. Give me my blue one from my garage. I love the fact that it's blue. Cool. Oh, I guess I already had the sports size for it. Entry period starts in 3 minutes. So we can even set some quality times as well. Get ourselves a little bit acclimatized to the track and to the car as well, to be fair. I think I've driven this Corvette at least once before, but it's been a while. It's been a hot minute. Okie dokie. I won't lie, I love the sound of that wind up. That sounds so nice. It's actually a lot quicker than I expected it to be as well. Like, I know in like the Corvette challenges that we've done before, I'm pretty sure that was... We did that at Le Mans last week, didn't we? The Corvette challenge. And like, I know that this could like kind of compete, but I thought they just souped it up so that it was kind of there. I didn't realize it was actually good. For a car that's made in the 50s, this is pretty sick. I feel like that time's okay. I reckon your really, really good times that you're going to see are going to be like sub 130. And I reckon that's where we want to be. And looking at this so far, we can hit that. It's just all about carrying your speed in the correct way. Oh, yep, that's okay. We nearly bottled that, and we've lost a few tenths, but it's good to know we can't just coast through everything and think that it's going to be okay. This is going to be a hectic daily race though, isn't it? Oh, come on, I'd love to get a sub 130. Okay, yeah, we've definitely got it. Lovely. 129.6 is so good. That's a great start. Absolutely love it. Alright. I'm going to exit out. I will put us in for entry, and then I'm going to take a quick bathroom break while we wait. Oh my goodness. Sorry guys, I've for some reason need to just get all of these stretches out. Alright, we can enter. That's 14 minutes away. So we'll definitely still end up getting a few more laps in. Don't you guys worry about that at all. But before we do any of that stuff, I'm just going to take a super quick break, just take a few minutes, maybe get like a little bit of a snack, fill up water, actually drink some water and go to the bathroom. So I will be back. Alright, again, thank you guys so much for your patience. Always appreciate it. That you can understand that your boy sometimes just needs to use that bathroom. Alright, let me bring the camera back in. Oh, no, not that one. The GT7 one, please. Is that going to change? There we go. Awesome. So, yeah, we've still got like 8.5 minutes to go. So we're just going to do some laps, try and get that consistency up, and see where that sub 1:30 time puts us on the grid. Hopefully somewhere that we can make a good launch into. All right. This would be good if we can make it good. So the aim here is we want to be getting multiple times around that 1:30 mark, I reckon. If we can do that, then we're kind of cooking. That felt maybe a little bit slow around that corner, but we don't have a reference point anymore. That was a really good exit out of that corner though. That was perfect. We've actually gone quicker. Mate, if this continues... like, we'll definitely still end up leaving the... practicing before the entry period stops so that we can at least clock this time. But yeah, let's see where, like, why we're making up so much time in some of these spots. Okay, so again, showing it's better to brake a bit earlier so that we can start accelerating earlier and just getting more speed through that corner that way. Because it just tells us, look, that's 7/10 immediately, just bam. We can still get in maybe 2 more practice laps in, I reckon. And that was a 1:31. That's good still. We're not complaining about that by any means. And that's another thing I can remember as well. I can actually carry a bit more speed into that first turn than I have been. Because the braking point isn't actually till a little bit further along. Okay, so actually going down to second there is helpful. Yeah, and braking earlier there is the option too. You just get so much more traction through that initial turn, and you can just plant on the power so much earlier. That wasn't as clean, but we should still be okay. That also wasn't very clean. But maybe it was though? There's a 128. This thing does like to wag its tail a little bit for sure. I'm sad that we don't get a ghost driver though. I couldn't quite get the power going quickly enough there. We got stuck a little bit. But we're still keeping this uber consistent, which is good. And that's the main thing we're looking for here. Yeah, that's slightly better. Not really. We nearly had it. That's a better exit through that chicane though. And it's going to be another 28 time, isn't it? Yeah, it is. Wow. That's really impressive. Okay, so we're starting to cook a little bit now. We're starting to cook a little bit. Yeah, so we had a faster third sector there. Obviously, it's not difficult to get a faster third sector than we did in that fastest lap. So yeah, I reckon, yeah, our theoretical best is somewhere around that 28.5 point from what we've been doing so far, which feels pretty good. I'm not going to lie. Woo, woo, woo. Such a nice spot as well. I wish that because they managed to get the actual Goodwood circuit in, if there would somehow be a way that Gran Turismo, if that means that they would have the license for the actual like Goodwood hill climb, and then you could, like with the old Gran Turismos, like how you had the test course and you had like the Las Vegas Strip, that's the big one that I remember, and you can just do like time trials and just run all your cars up the hill. That would be so amazing. I'd love something like that. So I do that a lot with my current cars at the moment, is that once I collect them all, I have like a literal book starting in alphabetical order of the manufacturers of all the cars that I have and all the cars I need to collect, and I take them for a run around Spa as like my time trial, basically, just to kind of see like what's fastest. I kind of try to make sure they're all in the same kind of bracket, like properly tuned, if they're like just a normal car, or if it's a race car, they're all set to the same spec, all that kind of stuff, so that I get a good kind of layout of like what's quick and what's not. But I'd love to have something like a hill climb to go off of instead. I think that'd be so cool. Okay, so we are literally smack bang in the middle here. And we're not that far off. I think, yeah, we're going to be pretty much right there with... Oh, no, never mind. That says 127. I thought that was saying 128. Okay, never mind. I'm not as confident anymore. There's a 1.5 second gap. So let's see if we can keep up. And this again isn't even pointing towards how good the people behind us that haven't qualified are going to be. And the main thing I think will be we need to stick with them and just see where they're finding that time. Because I can imagine it's there. Like, we definitely did leave some time on the table in our laps. We can definitely get up to 4th. If some of the people at the front try and take each other out, we might even be good for a podium. Alrighty, first race of the day. Online race of the day, I should say. Okay, gotta watch out for that guy on the inside. Oh, I've gone mega sideways at the start, but everyone behind us has already kind of dropped away. I wonder if it's the thing of like they just keeping it more smooth, maybe, which we're not doing as well. Yep, get yeeted, fella. Alright, there's a big battle going on right in front here. Let's follow Ken. Ken seems the safe one to follow because Ken's going to try and take somebody out. Ken's not having a chill Sunday. Oh, sorry, fella. I don't know why you broke there. I ain't gonna lie. Oh, and a 1/2 second penalty for, the GT man. Oh, that is something that was bound to happen and is going to kill us on our time. I was due a bonk. I was due a big bonk through that chicane. Oh, that's so frustrating though. And when I need that to repair itself, we might end up doing this race again as well. Because I think that ruined it. I reckon we could definitely get a podium in one of these races, for sure. Oh yeah, you're right at my butt now. Don't try and dive down this inside. Not at that corner. That's not the place. Oh, Ken has a 1/2 second penalty too. I don't know how I didn't get one, and yet those two did. That seems slightly unfair on them, I won't lie. And unless it's corner cutting, then in that case I don't feel that bad. Okay, they're both going to slow down a pretty significant amount because momentum's a big thing in this car. Yeah, that's perfect. That's absolutely perfect. That's a pin-perfect overtake. I love it. Absolutely love it. And we've still carried good momentum through. We've cooked. We've absolutely cooked there. Alrighty, Mr. Levo, let's see what you got, fella. That wasn't me. That wasn't me. He was sliding already, I promise. But we're looking pretty cozy now. He's got another 1/2 second. He must be cutting then a little bit. Now we've got to lock in a little. Make sure that we are maximising our corners as much as possible. Because we know that these guys can put together a better lap than us. Oh, he's got a 1 second penalty. He's picking up so many. So he'll be gone. I'm not worried about that. Oh, I took that way too wide though. And that as well. I'm cooking myself. That's not the way to go, big dog. Oh, you're going to force it though. Fair play. Again, I got the better inside line. But it means that I am slow through there. Tama's now on our butt. They've decided to come to the party for the first time. At the right time as well. I do not want you to have the inside. Oh, someone spun out. I got a track limits penalty. Yeah, so it was King getting those track limits penalties. I wonder how much this is going to affect us. Oh wow, no, never mind. There's a 1.5 second gap now. Back to Levo. That's plenty of time. But yeah, those other two were just so much more rapid than the rest of us. It's not even close. And also, at the same time, it's not like I helped myself. I would have been closer than 12.5 seconds behind. But that's still good. That's a podium. And we take podiums. Absolutely. Let's go. Me and my other bright blue boy. That was a good race though. Pretty intense. It was actually reasonably clean as well. I felt, at least. I could be wrong, but yeah. Yes, thank you, thank you. Oh, I know, we're so great, we're amazing, we're amazing. All of that for 11k. I think that, did that say that our, I think it said that our safety rating got boosted from that as well, funnily enough. Okay, next one. Oh, we can just jump in this immediately, just straight away, without setting a lap time. This is going to go great. It always goes great, you know? This never causes any issues whatsoever when we just jump in without trying to qualify at a track we haven't raced for a while. But let's do it. We're in the Huracan for this one. And listen, Trial Mountain is a course that we've done a decent amount. It's an all-timer when it comes to Gran Turismo, and it is a great track. I also don't mind the new layout. The old layout is better. Stretching out that one corner isn't amazing. Making the straights longer was nice, but obviously that final chicane was so amazing, but they did kind of ruin that. But reverse, it's a very interesting track that I've only done like once or twice. So we're going to see how that goes. A lot of Genesis that I see. There's a lot of Genesis. And then quite a few Huracans. So I don't think we've picked a bad car from what we're looking at. Have we picked the right car? I also don't necessarily think that's correct. The amount of G70s in there is outrageous. And I know that that car kills in a straight line. Shout out to, was that Colombo? The guy in the 4C chucking it in P5, by the way. That's mental. One of those guys. I love the 4C, but I never use it online because it's so bad. it just doesn't have like that top speed. It struggles so much, and around this track that's kind of important. So he must be absolutely killer in the corners. I can only imagine. Are we going to make it to the end of the pit lane before the warm-up ends? That's the big question. I don't think we are. Yeah, we're not going to make it. Thanks, game. Cool. That was fun. There's a nice little dawdle. Okay, rolling start. It's only 4 laps as well, so this is pretty easy. I always struggle with the Group 4s as well. Like, I think I'm reasonably quick in a Group 4, but I don't drive them a lot. I use the Group 3s all the time because I do the Spa 1 hour race heaps, which is just Group 3s. But I find like the braking points in the Group 4s can be quite difficult to figure out. So I love the livery that we have for this, like the black, gold, and red martini livery. I think it looks incredibly Lamborghini coded, you know? I'm sorry, I've got such an itchy nose right now. But yeah, it's such a Lamborghini coded livery. Alrighty, boys. Let's launch it. Oh, the poor GTR's gone already. Had to take evasive action. I'm going to say that wasn't my fault. Oh, yeah, no, it's not my fault because the bros just ran into me again. It's a little bit rude, to say the least. I felt like I didn't really give him the space, but he had no right to go for that space. That's alright, it means we're going to get time to have a little look at the track. Again, this is something that we can try again a little bit later if we need to. Oh, no, okay, third gear around there is not the move. That's odd, and that corner there, that sweeping corner, now becomes so important for this long straight. Yeah, we're just racing with our GTR friend here at this point now. Who does look like he's not having the most fun time in the world. This should be a good pass as long as he's not blind. Yeah. Oh, that's tight. Okay, he's gone. Time to catch up to the rest of the Hurricanes that bullied us out. Yep, someone's already been turned around. One of the G7s. He's left me the inside, but he's got the better exit, and I'm not going to be able to compete with the Genesis in a straight line. Oh, it's a Lexus, sorry. My bad. Really trying to squeeze me out there. Yeah, screw you. You were already spinning, I just helped you out. I assume that they're going to nice me and be like, oh no, that was fine. You didn't hurt him. Because otherwise I would have got the penalty already. Ooh, that was nearly dangerous. Well, I really struggle through this bit without a reference point. Because especially reverse, it feels so wrong. It's already an awkward part of the track. I'm 3 seconds behind this fella as well. Okay, we're going to have to let it coast through here. So we didn't get a good run through that set of slalom corners. 208's not bad. Oh, that was way too late on the brakes. I need a bit more fighting up ahead if I do want to make up any actual places though. No, I nearly did it again. I didn't learn from last time, don't stay in third gear. That at least felt like a better exit onto the straight, and it is-ish. Except the things changed. Oh no, it is a much better exit onto the straight that we had. That felt a bit slidey, but that at least that sector felt a lot better than it did before. And we're catching. And they're also fighting an incredible amount. So we just might have a chance to stick our nose in. At least with our friend over here that took us out before. Oh, I got a honking corner out of there. That's horrible, that's so bad. Oh, there's someone else back here though as well that was falling back. I saw the 458 Italia. The bright red sticks out anywhere, so we might get a bit of a battle in front of us that we can squeeze into still. Come on, you all know what to do. Fight, fight, fight. We're right there. One of you's going to barge the other off, surely. There's no way you've kept it this clean the whole time. Yeah, there we go. That's what we're looking for. See you later, fella. And you. We'll take a top 10. Completely undeserved. But at least means we got up a few places. I think we could have made more. Well, our fastest lap time there was about like a 2:06, and we didn't actually ever have a clean lap. So we could definitely make some progress up there. For sure. It's just... we need to tidy things up a little. But yeah, we do take a +3. We might end up coming back to that, because I feel like we did leave some time on the table, and we did lose driver and safety rating. Somehow. Well, no, the safety rating does make sense. We were bonking. We broke our car so many times. But that's not important. We're going to go back, we're going to finish these weekly challenges, and then we're going to come back to finish off the daily races for today. Once we've done that, we can then have a little gander at the amount of time we've done and whether or not it might be viable for us to do a 1 hour spa event, or if we'll call it there. We shall see. Okay. Virgin Gran Turismo first, obviously. What are we going to use here? We've got a few options. Is there 850 or less? Okay. I reckon we go to e-tron. We've got the really nice livery for it. I haven't used it in a while. But actually I've only used it once, and that was around Spa. So we'll give it a crack. It's on its racing hards as well. Yeah, this thing should fly. 5 laps as well, around a pretty decent track. I love I do really like the Tokyo Expressway tracks. I think it's good. I do love a good street circuit. Let's cook. And I don't even have to change gears in this either. It's just gonna zoom around. Goodbye. Luckily this is literally the like Gran Turismo World Tour time trial track. So it's not like we don't know what we're doing. Yep, we're going to go for a few bonks apparently, that's fine. Well, that Mitsubishi VGT is quite nice. I like the design on that. Oh, we're zooming. Out of the way, boys. Whoa! Okay, we ruined the Alpine, I apologise. But we did give it warning, we did shout, you know. it should have obviously been able to hear us shout and then get out of the way, because that's how that works in a car race, doesn't it? But yeah, this thing is crazy amounts of rapid. I kind of forgot. They don't make VGTs like this for a reason. Oh, there's a Jaguar one? I don't know why I'm surprised, like every single VGT, like every single manufacturer has like a VGT pretty much. That's what I was trying to say. There are some that don't, but they're usually the ones that don't actually make cars anymore. And we still have 5 seconds to catch up to the one that's actually in front. Which is, and we'll get there obviously, but it's a long way from the others. So I'm curious to see what it is. Oh, thank you for the help at the turnaround wall. I appreciate it. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, as long as it can get out of our way and give us enough space so that we can just zoom through here, I'll be grateful. Because this is ridiculous, 300 Ks. Oh, yeah, we're going to squeeze through. What is it? Is it Genesis? Okay, that makes sense. Those Genesis cars do be quick. I have never actually got myself one though either, and they're always so good. Especially their Group 4s and their Group 3s, they're really nice. This is the fastest vacuum cleaner I've ever driven. I bet it would do a great job as a vacuum cleaner as well. Oh, still banging into that wall. We're magnetized to it apparently. Jeepers. I'm lucky that there's no like F1 game levels of damage in Gran Turismo. I think most Gran Turismo players are lucky for that fact. Or just any actual like terminal level of damage. And I understand why like they don't have the license and they don't want to like ruin the, I guess like the brand that they have with these cars, and those brands don't want to see their cars wrecked and stuff, and I get it. And also at some point it's what like kind of some of the Gran Turismo 4 games are built on, is that you can just whack into anybody. But sometimes I feel like it would be nice if you could just add that little bit of jeopardy. Like you could have like big crashes in like 5 and 6, which I did enjoy with those games. Not from like trying to crash, but it just makes you think about your driving just that little bit more. And I think it just helps you to like lock in a little bit more. When you're like, oh, if I do this wrong, we're gonna find out about it, you know? It'd take the issue of some really bad online drivers out of the equation as well. A la me. Are we gonna hit 310? Yeah, we are. Wow. Wow, we were. Hey, that was a nice lap. That was reasonably clean. We had one little scrape, but that was overall pretty clean. Yet it was still slower than one of the other ones that we did. No, it wasn't. I take it back. Was that a carb that I saw before? No, I don't think it was. Oh, there's something kind of catching us. I say that, but also as soon as we get onto the straights, that advantage completely disappears. Alright. A pretty uneventful way again once we got to the front, as it should be in this thing. This thing is crazy quick and requires like no effort to drive. And a win for the Audi vacuum cleaner though. Alright, we've got one more weekly challenge to do, which is a 10 lap 800 PP touring car. I want to say, or the touring car 800 I think it's called. I can never remember the exact name for it. Okay, yeah, World Touring Car 800, that's right, at Suzuka, 10 laps. What are we going to drive? At Suzuka, it feels only right to use a Japanese car, right? But, to let you in on a little secret, there is one of these Japanese cars that we are using at Fuji. And so we're not going to use that one, we're going to use one of the other ones. One of the ones that we maybe don't get to use as much. We're going to go for the Mazda GT3 concept, the stealth model. Because this thing's cool. It looks badass with the black and the purple that we got going on it. And it's reasonably quick, it's pretty good in like straight lines, it handles pretty well. I feel pretty confident in this. If I did have the WRX though, I probably would use that. Anyway, that's besides the point. We do have to keep an eye out for rain as well. I should actually check if this car has inters. It does have inters, cool. That's all that matters. Also, this thing sounds amazing. I will say that. Sorry, Mr. Inestrosa. Oh, never mind. I take away my apology. Oh my god, I am all over the place right now. I'm also not quick around Suzuka either, so this is going to actually be difficult. Yeah, there we go. That was the way to do it. Get him done on the switchback. Then we dart in here on Wilk. Easy pass on the 4C, but it usually should be. We're going to be lighting up the rear tyres on this thing, aren't we? Like, they're going to be absolutely dead by the time we have to pit. Alrighty, come here, Mr. Kawakami. See you, Bish. Hopefully you can kind of climb with us, but I doubt it. I've seen how your AI works in these shorter races. Oh, we're pulling. We're getting the big suck. Oh, that got closed pretty quickly on us. That's better. Alrighty, Mitch. Let's play nice here. We're both Kiwis. Thank you. Oh boy, that was almost really bad. Yep, we are getting rain of some kind. So we pit here. Because as you can see there, there's just like a big wall of it that's about to hit us real good. Ow. Oh, we have like no fuel, by the way. Wow. I have not been taking that into consideration at all. Hopefully we should be fine though. We can just pray. We can pray. But yeah, so we're going to fall to the back. I gotta hope that that rain hits, and it hits them pretty bad. And it's definitely there. But just how quickly am I going to be catching up to people? Is it going to affect them enough that they're going to start slipping off track? Because that does happen a lot when it starts to rain in this game. We have not made up that much ground, okay, so this did not make any difference at all, really, which is a shame. Sometimes it's better to not try and predict what the others are going to do and just kind of stick with them. Well, they are coming in though. That makes me feel a little bit less bad, and they might come on to Inters. I doubt it, but they might. Come on, get around. Oh yeah, everybody's in. And they are going on to Inters as well. Okay, arguably I did make the right choice then. Is that P6 for us? Yeah, it is. That's great. We've cooked. Oh, sorry, sir. I'm sure you'll survive. So I'm firing up these Inters big time as well. I don't know if how long they're going to last for. But at the same time, they don't have to last for very long. So I'll hopefully be able to come back onto dries on these for the final few laps. And really start putting the pressure on again. Hold, 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 hold. Well, Eagle's really trying his hardest. Oh, we definitely make a dive here. See ya. Gonna maybe get a cheeky dive in here too. Or if I actually got the traction on, I might have been able to. Oh, the Viper badge does light up when they... Oh, sorry, the Dodge badge lights up when they brake. That's kind of cool. Oh, my inters are fried. This is really good driving from the AI here, to be fair. They're actually blocking me off really well. I don't know if it's on purpose, but they're doing it. Oh, yep. Okay, I pushed it too far. Oh, and Beauvoir's still right there. Oh, and Fraga. I'm going to have to come in here, though, I think, for dries, and we're going to have to risk it. I really pushed off Beauvoir there. I am so sorry, buddy. That's a bit rude of me, to say the least. Oh yeah, we have to come in, otherwise one of the tyres is literally going to blow. And there's no big rain coming through, so I feel pretty confident on finishing this race on dries. Okay, and I still need so much more fuel. Oh my goodness. Oh, you've got a lot of people coming in with us as well. But Portia didn't. Interesting. Are they going to be moving on to mediums? They are going to be changing onto dries as well. Okay, Fraga's on the softs. That's a scary proposition. And remember, we have to stay in the line as well, which is going to make overtaking redonkulously difficult around here. Fraga's going to maybe get away a little bit even. I've got to be so careful there. The line has to literally be pitch perfect, otherwise we just get smoked. But it helps when Fraga gets stuck behind people, doesn't it? Stuck behind my teammate, I guess you could say. Big help from the lad. Oh, I was going to say Fraga was my biggest worry as well, so I'm glad we got it out of the way. But I still need to keep it on the track for it to be out of the way. Oh no, Cockabun's still holding him up. I'm so clear of him. The question is Portilla still kept enough of a gap? I have a feeling the answer might be no. Yep, there we go. First place with a few laps to go. Now we just got to keep things civil. And Fraga did end up getting through, but he's 7 seconds behind on softs that are going to really wear out by the time it gets to the end of the race. Praga's still catching up. This might not be over. But right now this does feel a little bit Japanese GPS. And what I mean by that is that there's just no action. Oh, flashbang. God damn. It doesn't just get bright like that. Oh well, that was really quick. I say it's really quick. I was like, I was looking at it and I'm like, oh, there's a full second in there. No, there's not. There's like 3/10. It's not that crazy. Oh man, we're taking a little bit of a detour. Oh, we're really cutting it fine on the fuel as well. And we can do the classic, just run out of fuel like over the line and just dribble our way over. It's going to be one of those races, but that is a-okay with us. is he gonna make it? And then just dribble, 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 dribble. But we done it! That is the weekly challenge is done. Amazing. Oh, big stretches. Big stretch. Alright, I reckon guys, because I am actually kind of a bit tired today, we might actually end it there. And it's just me as well, so I'm pretty sure that that'll be fine. I'm not going to have any arguments there. Yeah, but thank you guys, everyone that did end up tuning in at all today. Thank you so much for watching. I've got a few ideas, I guess, for how we're going to go forward with things now that I'm going to be going back to work. Like I talked to you guys maybe like a few streams ago, a couple of weeks ago, when I knew that I was going to be coming back around this time, is that we maybe look at actually changing up some of the days, maybe the times a little bit, but not necessarily. I think what's going to happen, we're not going to be doing Chill Sundays anymore. Not because I don't like my Chill Sundays, don't get me wrong. I love my Chill Sundays, but I think what's going to be best in terms of me being able to consistently get stuff to you guys, but also means that I actually get enough rest so that I can do my work and that I'm also not tired for one, work, and two, for streams, is making it so that I only do one weekend day. So I'm thinking, obviously, again, if you guys end up watching this on YouTube or in the future on Twitch, please let me know what you think as well, or even jump in the Discord. Or just chuck it in. Oh my god, sorry, I'll chuck it in the chat there in case anyone is there. But yeah, but if you guys are like, let me know your thoughts on it. But I'm thinking what we do is that we're going to take out Sundays. We'll end up streaming not for this. So for next week, what we'll do just Wednesday and just Saturday. Then what we're going to do from there is we're going to be streaming Monday, Wednesday, Saturday, and we'll always start at the same time. Our 7:30ish start time on the nights, and then doing like 3 to 4 hours, I think, is a good kind of setup for us. I think it works really well, and it means that we get decent spacing like throughout the days, so that we're not getting consecutive days. It doesn't feel all crammed in at that point as well. Plus, also it means that having like the days in between constantly means that it gives me more time to find stories and have things happen to me so that I can talk to you guys and be a little bit more engaging, because I didn't feel necessarily as engaging today, but that's okay. But yeah, so I think that's going to be our plan going forward. We're going to do just Wednesday, Saturday next week, and then we're going to be doing Monday, Wednesday, Saturdays going forward. We also probably, I reckon, we might switch fully to playthroughs, because I've really been enjoying just the playthroughs. And also, like, that's what you guys seem to be engaged with the most as well. Like, yes, I love my Gran Turismo 7. Yes, the Master Duel stuff's great. But unless there's something like really like urgent that I'm like, yeah, I need to do this, I think it's going to be better to like just have those like on the side. I can still just continue using them however I want, but then at the same time I can play the playthroughs, which is the games that I'm most excited about, and it's the games you guys are most excited to see as well. So I think that that's probably our best move going forward, is we're going to be doing 3 nights a week, 3 to 4 hour streams with specifically playthroughs. And I'm very excited to be doing that. And hopefully it shouldn't be too draining. Hence why we're also going down to 2 next week. With it being my first week back at work, I'm going to probably be shattered for a lot of it. So I want to make sure that you guys are still getting that best version of me as well. But enough blabbing. I'm really excited to do all that stuff with you. There are going to be also still a few extra things for the stream in the pipeline that I hopefully have coming through. And I will give you guys updates as those come along. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you on Wednesday for some more Sonic Frontiers. Bye, 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 bye.